This is an All Sports Station production.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the New Orleans Saints. With that, let's get over to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome with a call from New Orleans. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
So pinpoint, so accurate. Sometimes we forget just how good he is. We start to take him for granted because he always places the ball exactly where it needs to be for his receivers.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, there's a pretty big start right there. They go bombs away on the first play from scrimmage.
Put a smile on your face, didn't it? Not because you're rooting for anyone, but that's the way to begin a game, to put someone back on their heels and announce that they plan to be aggressive.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. Demario Davis there on the stop. And now the offensive starters for the Packers.
And a big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs, because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. And here now, New Orleans defensive unit.
Malcolm Jenkins entered the NFL as a cornerback and has transitioned to safety, but still retains his good coverage skills.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Certainly not what they wanted defensively. We're hoping to hold them to a field goal. Instead, they're able to convert the 3rd and long here on the opening drive.
So not only was it a flip in field position and a flip in fortunes, but how about mentally? You just described it. They were hoping to force them into a field goal there. Instead, they give up the big gain, and now it's 1st and goal. The offense has got them on their heels.
Now Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Mercedes Lewis there to make the grab. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Just how they wanted to start this one, in the end zone on their first possession.
And that just happened. How about that play right there? As you said, opening possession, setting the tone for everything. Now, I'm going to look forward a little bit now because everyone should be celebrating his catch in the end zone. The tight end gets a little bit of love. But if you're a receiver on the team, you should be thinking to yourself, boy, oh boy, things are going to open up the rest of the game if they have to focus on him as well.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here come the Saints now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the first pick of the 2nd round back in 2001, and that's the veteran Drew Brees.
Drew Brees' accomplishments have been borderline astounding. When you look back at what people thought about him coming out of college, so-called height issue, you name it, he can do it, and boy, does he prepare well for each and every game.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Running with Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. That was off kilter. Offense up front, everyone was just kind of out of sync.
Well, from my perspective, that certainly looked like the defense just destroyed that play, absolutely just took it over.
All right, so I'm going to revamp what I said. The defense was in sync. How about that?
Oh, I like that one.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Brees. And this is Cook with a grab. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. The offensive lineup now, and the guy we highlight, Emmanuel Sanders.
You can use him in any spot as a wide receiver. In the slot, out wide, it doesn't matter. He just makes plays.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Here we go.
Working from the gun, it's Brees. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. Tyler Ervin back deep. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. A very solid gain of 27. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Rodgers now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. This is Jones. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Working from the gun, Rodgers making the catch is Sternberger. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Check, 47. Crunch time, defense.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check 37.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Corner blitz and a sack by Patrick Robinson.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. Here's Brees to throw. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
Ready. Yellow waiting. 54 Mike. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up,
They'll throw out wide, complete to Sanders. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Ready. Yellow waiting. 54. Mike, 54. There's a party now.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Ready.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Brees. And that's caught by Smith. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35.
That was a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Ready?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready, set.
Brees now to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Brees now. It's caught. Smith. And down inside the 15 he goes. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 14.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Brees going to come up here, 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Into the red zone, it's Brees. That's caught, it's Thomas. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Brees leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love? Four verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep and for him to show off that big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong. He's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Rodgers to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. On 1st down, Brees. And Josh Hill has it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Ready. Yellow weighty, yellow weighty. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Brees. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Ready.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Pick me up. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Brees. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down. Brees now, 9 of 11 passing in this 1st half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Ready. 5-8. 5-8. I got him.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brees. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Throwing now is Brees. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
They'll run it with Jones. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And down to the 36-yard line here. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And able to find Allen Lazard. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
Come on, D.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. It's caught by Funchess. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Rodgers now on first down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
Well, that was point-counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Rodgers going to throw. And that is caught, but the bank judge right there to say incomplete. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This just a 24-yard attempt. And Crosby puts it through, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Looking long for Thomas. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
He's going to air one out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. This one complete to his running back, Jamal Williams. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 18. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's complete to Sanders. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down. Brees now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Now Brees. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brees out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Again, they'll throw with Brees. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On play action, it's Brees. And this is Cook with a grab. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Brees going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Blue 58.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. They'll try and run with their fullback. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dean Lowry just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw, it's Brees. And Thomas has it. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Working from the gun, it's Brees. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. Packers bring pressure, and they block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this a 39-yard attempt. The kick by Crosby is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And that one will go down in the books as just a one-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it. After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Come on, fellas.
So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports halftime report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Man, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They fake the give. Here's Brees. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Unfortunately for you, you've been around me for a little while now, so you know me as well as anyone and how I look at a game. I don't ever advocate abandoning anything, but in this case, I'm going against my own thought process. You got to change it up. You got to start throwing it around a little bit, finding ways to try and move the ball, because keeping it on the ground just isn't working for them.
Yeah, maybe get him the ball out of the passing game, a swing pass outside or something, just something to vary it up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Brees to throw. And brought in by the tight end Cook. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's Thomas Morstead now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they were backed against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the 3rd level before you know it.
So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. Play clock all the way to 0. Didn't get the snap off. 5-yard penalty.
And you see the head coach writing that note on his play sheet right now. He's going to be addressing that with his staff. A sense of urgency, get to the line of scrimmage, snap the ball.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty.
Check. 415. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the 1st down.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up 1st downs.
319. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. We're doing it.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Making the catch is Sternberger. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Rodgers now on first down. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 39-yard line. On play action, Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So they're on that play. Offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. And again, it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Allen Lazard there to make the grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. That was quite the call down around the goal line on 4th and goal.
Yeah, they fake the run, pull it out, throw it. And as a defense, I've been in that spot before, and we see it all the time. You almost have to overcommit against the run. You have to almost sell out and say, they're going to run it, go make a play. They got fooled on that one.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2.
Check, check. Lucky.
Rodgers again now. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
They attempted to fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know it's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They get just 2 out of it there, and it's second down.
Ready. Yellow waiting. Right there. 54 Mike. Here we go, D. Tight dog.
They'll run. This is Kamara. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 50. The 20. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. That's up and good. It's 22-14. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now the Packers get set to go. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On first down, Jones. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers going to throw right side here, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19. Rodgers now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Jones. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
319.
From the 17, Rodgers under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
You ain't going nowhere.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And he gets it to Funchess, complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
He's coming. We got double.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that is going to set up third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. Third and goal. Working from the gun, Rodgers. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
No surprise they decided to throw on third down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Crosby puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now Brees. He juked him out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brees, incomplete. The Saints on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Brees. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Brees now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Brees. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
To throw again on second down. Brees. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 37. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now Brees again. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Brees going to come up here, 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Brees to throw again. And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Ready.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On the ground, Kamara. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And Lutz's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that second down play.
No, it's all on your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you try to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give to Jones. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. He ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space. But there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. The give is to Jones. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will bump the lead up to 11. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal, just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals, just something magical about breaking that barrier.
He's right there on the doorstep now. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, it's Brees. It's caught by Sanders. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing now is Brees. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. First down now, but that clock rolling.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike.
Into the red zone, it's Brees. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Brees, one of the best ever in these situations as he's trying to get his guys set.
Mike, 58, right there.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brees, that's caught. It's Thomas. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Brees on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans 1st. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
On 2nd and goal, Brees. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a two-point conversion. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So the deficit now 3 after the huge conversion, but they need to get the football back.
So this is where special teams really comes into play, because getting the ball back, it starts with this next kickoff. How do they get downfield? Either jar it loose or get the ball back themselves. That's going to be key for them.
So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is recovered by the Packers, so that might just about do it. Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Making the catch is Sternberger. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Check, 47. Here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They run. It's Williams. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And this one boiled down in the end, Charles, to simply too much Aaron Rodgers.
We've seen this many times before, haven't we? And I'm sure we'll see it again in the future. Extreme confidence in his abilities, extreme confidence in his teammates, never thinks a game is out of reach because his right arm can equalize anything a defense can put out there.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.